Hello and welcome to another Hexarchy playthrough. Today we're gonna be playing another daily challenge, and it's a short and sweet one. Build 2 wonders, grow a city to 6 population, and we're gonna try to do it in 4 turns. So we're gonna have to play really tight. Everything will be optimized as much as I'm possible. Doesn't mean it's the perfect run, but I'll do my best. Now we are starting as Greece, so we have the breakthrough card. Actually gonna be using it this time. It's not always that useful, but in such a short run it is quite good. Now we want to have 6 population on our city, ideally the first one, because we won't even have time to build the second one. So our build order should be something like granary and hanging gardens, for which we have both the card in our hand. So we're kind of set here. As for where to settle at the start, since I've played before, I know this goodie hut contains a settler, and settler brings a lot of points, so we're gonna settle on it. Otherwise, you probably want to go maybe like, unless one of these forests isn't bad, because it gives you the extra hammer plus the 2 food. You want to be in range of these cows then, ideally, to get some extra food yields. You can harvest these luxuries in case you need once your population grows, becomes unhappy. But let's just plop down on this hut, get our first settler, which will be able to move next turn. We've unveiled these crabs here, which could be potentially useful. We'll see about that. As for what we want to build, so yeah, let's use the breakthrough. Unfortunately, we get only 1 science, but that's life. Writing is always not that great, and we don't have enough resources to build the hanging gardens from agriculture. So let's just make our granary and keep the agriculture. We want to build it the next turn. And that's it for the first turn. Not much to say here. You could experiment with optimizing the first worker. If you put it on the 2 food tile, you would have already been at 3 population. So that is the way to go, but then you'll run into happiness problems sooner. Like, we already are on the medium happiness level, so that was something we'll have to work in the future. Those 2 units, we don't have time to losing population. We cannot be working with that. As for the next things, so we want our hanging gardens, of course. Now ideally, we can already get to 3 population. You can see our bar is full. What we can actually just do is buy some of this silver, put it on the city, and because the food bar was full, which usually happens from getting hanging gardens because that lowers the lowers the food bar. We've grown by just giving the city the luxury it wanted. For the settler, there is a nice goodie hut here. Might be some nice stuff there. Ideally not an X-Man. That would be just 1 point from having a unit, but everything else would be better. Technically, a settler would be worse because we won't have time to settle it. But yeah, let's get some resources. As for which of these wonders we want to get, the thing is, we really want this holy site, and since I've tried before, this city will not go for its holy site. In fact, even if you go with a settler like here or here or here, somewhere around where it could go for the holy site, it just will not take it. We just don't want this holy site in our borders. So to encourage our city to grow there, we want to build a road, because a road lowers the required culture to claim tiles, so it will be claimed first, and we can sell our mysticism to get the hammer we want and build this road. So thinking about something is luxury, but we bought it, and when you buy it, you can always sell it for less because you buy for 2 to get 2, so that would be a bit of a game breaking thing. If you could sell them for 2, that would be just free money. And basically now we're hoping that we will draw back our pyramids, because it's the only, well actually there is still fishing in this deck, so we could technically build Great Lighthouse as our second wonder if this hut is on a coast. So we'll see about that. As for optimizing the yields, now might be the time to go for these 2 food tiles. Because next turn we want to get to 5 before the end of the turn, so the city can grow over the turn to 6. You cannot grow more than 1 pop. Even if you have enough food, if you have like plus 15 food, you still won't grow by more than 1 stage over the end turn. So you see now we need to feed it 1 more to be able to grow it. Also this city will be on the beach, so that's nice. And we claim the whole side because of our road. Everything going swimmingly. We won't need his road anymore. We won't need his warehouse or lumber mill or strength or scout. What we will want is ideally draw the pyramids, and since we have all these resources we can try drawing to them. So construction, actually that's another wonder. It's a great wall. It even gives more points than something like the pyramids, but it's way more expensive, plus we don't have the 2 science to unlock it, so it's gonna be even more expensive. That's 14 hammers to build that. We cannot afford that. Let's sell. Actually, maybe we can. No, maybe we can maybe sell 1 food. So this pasture can sell like 1 luxury. Okay, here are the pyramids. So now we can get foraging, which is, you know, always nice to squeeze out some extra points while you're playing. So if we harvest this luxury, we're gonna get the food we want to this city, then we get some luxuries we can spend on this city to get some points. So that seems pretty good. It is currently unhappy though, so let's feed it 1 luxury. And in case an enemy comes and stomps on one of our good tiles, we want to really optimize our food, because there's no need to get gold when the game is gonna end. Doesn't give you anything. But you know, if a scout would step on this 2 food tile, you would get 2 food less. And unit movement actually goes before your city grows, even though visually it's not happening unless they actually come. If they don't come to your borders, it looks like the city grows first, but that's just not how it works. So let's settle this coast. Now we are at 25 points. Let's build a pyramid here. This city is probably gonna have less culture income, so you want to grow both of these by 1 tile. Just like with the population growth, we can only grow borders by 1 for each city. Now we can feed it some food here. And now we get +4, so that's gonna be an extra point from this city. And now we have some luxuries to feed. So first out with Sparta. Now we can have 3 times 30% chance on Sparta, or 1 time like 90% on Athens, because you need to feed it 2 and then the 3rd one. So probably want to spend everything on Sparta. And yeah, we got 2, but if we draw anything we cannot use it, so might as well click and turn and claim our victory. See, the scout came. He grew to 6 because we are not blocked. Yeah, that was nice. And yeah, that's it. 36 points. Just like before, didn't optimize it more, but hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new about mechanics. See ya!